Dear students, let me impart line by line explanation of the poem The Poison Tree, written by William Blake. Let us see the introduction of the poem. The Poison Tree is a poem written by English poet William Blake, which was first published in his Songs of Experience, the year of 1794, in deceptively simple language with almost nursery rhyme quality. The speaker of the poem deals two different approaches of anger. The first, he openly talks about the anger is presented as a way of the moving past it. The second, the speaker outlines the danger of keeping anger within. The poem uses extended metaphor to describe the speaker's anger as growing into a tree that bears poisonous apples. The speaker's enemy then eats an apple from the tree and dies. The poem is generally interpreted as an allegory for danger of blotting up emotion and how doing so leads to a cycle of negativity and even violence. Line by line explanation of the poem. Line 1, I was angry with my friend. To explain this line, the speaker admits that he felt anger towards his friend. This shows natural human emotion in a close relationship. Literary device used in this line is first person narration, such as I makes its personal and confectional. Simple diction is used in this line, reflection of honesty and directness. Theme of introduction, it introduces anger as a central idea. Line number 2, I told my wrath did end. To explain this line, the speaker expressed his anger openly to his friend. As a result, the anger disappeared. Literary device used in this line is repetition, my wrath, emphasizes the feeling of anger. Cause and effects, telling an anger's ends. Alliteration, word sound is repeated in wrath, it gives a smooth flow. Didactic elements suggest communication resolves conflict. Line number 3, I was angry with my foe. To explain this line, the speaker now shifts to anger towards an enemy, that is called as a foe, indicating a different kind of relationship. Literary device used in this line is contrast. Friend versus foe highlights opposing relationship. Parallelism also used in this line. Same structure of line, one is for comparison. Colon repairs a consequence in the next line. Line number 4, I told, if not, my wrath did grow. To explain this line, the speaker hides his anger instead of expressing it, causing an increase and becomes stronger. Literary device used in this line is antithesis, told verse, told is not, shows an opposite action. Metaphor implicates anger grows like a very living things like a plant or a tree. Parallelism structure mirrors line 2 but with opposite outcome. Symbolism used in this line is growth of anger suggests future danger. Tone shift from calm resolution to suppressed tension. William Blake teaches that expressing anger leads to a peace, while suppressing it leads to its growth and possible destruction. Line number 5, and I watered it in fears. To explain this line, the speaker says that he had watered his anger like a plant with fears. This means the suppressed anger is nourished and strengthened by his inner fears and anxieties. Literary device used in this line is metaphor. Here, anger is compared to the plant being watered. Symbolism, we can see fear symbolizes negative emotion that feeds anger. Imagery is also used in this line, suggests that act of nurturing something secretly. Enjambment is also a device used in this line. The idea continues into a next line. Line number 6, next and mourning with my tears. To explain this line, the speaker constantly feeds his anger with sorrow, crying both day and night. This shows how deeply the anger affects him. Literary device used in this line is hyperbole. Night and morning exaggerates continuous suffering. Imagery such as visual and emotional imagery of crying is used in this line. Symbolism such as tears represent sadness and emotional pain. Continuation of metaphor such as tears acts like water nourishing the tree. Line number 7, and I stunned it with smiles. To explain this line, the speaker pretends to be friendly and happy by expressing his smiles, but it is fake. These false smiles help him to grow his anger further. Literary devices such as metaphor, irony, symbolism, contrast used in this line. Metaphors such as stunned it compares smiles to sunlight helping to plant grow. Irony, we can see smiles usually shows happiness, but here he make use of smiles to hide his anger. Symbolism, smiles represents false friendliness. Contrast such as inner anger versus outer pleasant behavior. Line number 8, and with soft deceitful wills. To explain this line, the speaker uses gentle but cunning tricks to hide his true feelings. His deceitful strength grows anger. Literary device used in this line is alliteration. Soft and deceitful creates a smooth but slight tone. Oxymoron like contrast. Soft versus deceitful suggests hidden danger beneath gentleness. Diction such as wills implies cunning manipulation. Theme of deception highlights hypocrisy and hidden hostility. We can see William Blake develops a central metaphor of anger as a poisonous tree. The speaker secretly nourishes it with fear, sorrow, deceit, shows how suppressed anger grows stronger through negative emotion and hypocrisy. Line number 9, and it grew both day and night. We can see the speaker's anger continues to grow constantly without stopping, just like a plant that develops continuously. This shows how powerful and uncontrollable suppressed emotion can become. Literary device used in this line is metaphor. Anger is compared to growing tree. Repetition of ideas from early lines continues nurturing of anger. Hyperbole, day and night, it emphasizes a contrast growth of anger. Imagery suggests steady and natural development of anger. Line number 10, still it bore an apple bright. To explain this line, anger is now fully grown into a tree and produce a bright, attractive apple. This apple presents a danger result in a hidden anger. Literary device used in this line is symbolism. The apple symbolizes temptation, anger, and possible revenge. Biblical allusion refers to forbidden fruit in Garden of Eden, temptation and sin. Then next is literary devices imagery. Apple bright creates a vivid and attractive and visual imagery. Metaphor, the fruit is outcome of growing anger. Line number 11, and my foe beheld it shine. To explain this line, the enemy notices the shining apple and it is attracted to it. The brightness draws him in, even though it is dangerous. Literary device used in this line is imagery. Shine creates a visual image of something appealing. Symbolism used in this line is shining apple represents tempting but harmful revenge. Foreshadowing technique is used in this line, suggests something bad will happen next. Irony also is used in this line. What looks beautiful is actually deadly one. Line number 12, and he knew that it was mine. To explain this line, enemy recognizes that the apple belongs to the speaker. This shows awareness, yet attraction remains. Literary device used in this line is possessive tone. Mind shows ownership of the anger and its consequences. Dramatic irony, the reader senses danger even if it is forced proceeds. Symbolism used in this line, ownership of the tree means responsibility for hidden anger. Tension building, here we can see it prepares for the final tragic outcome of death of his foe. William Blake shows that suppressed anger grows into something attractive. but deadly. The apple symbolizes dangerous result of hidden emotion leading towards destruction. Line number 13, and into my garden stole. To explain this line, the enemy secretly enters the speaker's garden. Garden represents the speaker's mind and inner world where the anger has been growing. Literary device used in this line is symbolism. Garden symbolizes speaker's inner feeling or mind. Metaphor is a literary device used in this line. Entire situation is symbolic or hidden emotion. Connotation such as words told suggest secrecy, slith, and wrongdoing. Allusion implies a garden may remind us of Eden and linking to temptation of Adam and Eve. Line number 14, when the night had veiled the pole. To explain this line, enemy comes at night when the darkness covers everything. The pole here refers to sky, possibly North Star, now hidden. Darkness suggests secrecy and evil intention. Literary device used in this line is imagery. Night creates dark and mysterious setting. Personification. Night has veiled suggests night covering like a curtain. Symbolism is also used in this line as darkness represents evil, secrecy, and ignorance. Alliteration such as night had creates a soft sound flow. Line number 15, in the morning glad I see. To explain this line, the speaker feels happy in the morning when he sees what has happened. This reveals his cruel satisfaction. Literary device used in this line is irony. Feeling glad at the harmful event shows moral corruption. The tone of the line is darkness and sinister, revealing hidden cruelty. Contrast is a literary device used in this line, such as morning usually positive, worse evil outcome. Enjambment is also a literary device used in this line, leads into final relieving line. Line number 16, my foe outstretched beneath the tree. To highlight this line, the enemy is lying dead under the tree. The poisonous fruit result the speaker's anger has developed at him. This is the climax of the poem. Towards the end, the enemy is lying dead under the tree. Literary device used in this line is symbolism. The tree represents nurtured anger to result in death. Imagery, outstretched suggests lifelessness. Metaphor is also a literary device used in this line. Tree is the speaker's growing hatred. Climax is final outcome of the suppressed anger. Moral lessons, it is didactic. Hidden anger leads to destruction. Hence, the author William Blake concludes that suppressed anger, when nurtured with fear, deceit, leads to destruction, not only to others but also reflects the moral decay of the self.